Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Anthony, and today we're going to be installing the Eurowise 958 ditch light brackets. It's a very simple install. All you need is a 13mm and some blue Loctite. I added a blanket in the mix to protect my windshield. You just take off the two 13mm bolts on each side, add the spacer, put the bracket on, and put the bolts back on. Before you apply any Loctite, make sure you have the spacing of the hood correctly. You just lower the hood, make sure the gap on each side is about the same. You just take off the bolts and apply Loctite one at a time. It's a very simple install, and then from there all you have to do is install your lights and then how you want to control them. As you'll see, I opted for Deutsch connectors to connect my cheap lights that I got, as well as reusing my Wolfkill wireless switch that I had in my 4Runner. I had it for about a year and a half so far, and it's done really well. Since I sold my 4Runner, I took that out, installed it onto this, and I really like it. With it being wireless, I don't have to run anything into the interior of the car. Everything stays on the exterior. So, for the lights, I just went with some very cheap Amazon ones, and you definitely get what you pay for when it comes to lighting. If I was running some Bajas, it would be a much better idea. But they're so easy to steal on these, just because the bolt is so exposed. Someone could just come and zip it on off, and I don't have this thing parked in the garage. So I'm going to run cheap ones. That way, if they are stolen, I'm not going to be so upset about it. But I would definitely recommend spending the money on the lighting because you, like I say, you definitely get what you pay for. We're going to start just getting the lights actually on the bracket. Once the lights are on the brackets, and at that point, we can go ahead and do all the wiring to the switch and to get all that done. So because I'm installing this for really just to make sure I don't hit a deer, I want them to work individually. So that way I can not be shining the light right in people's eyes, and then also be able to make sure I'm not crashing. So that's my idea there. So that means I'm going to run 2 wires to that box, and I really only have to run it from basically there to there, and then that one will run right across, probably right under, and then come around to here. So not a lot of wiring at all, because this is wireless. That's done, and that just goes in the car. When I do my ditch mounts lights, I tend to make them point to where the center of this is aligned with the end of the passenger seat, so the far end of the passenger seat headrest. And then on the other side, it's the same thing, just mirrored, where this one is pointed right at the end of the driver's headrest. Kind of just keep them level, but just kind of how I do it, because again, I use these to make sure I'm not going to run right into a deer. They're not meant to, for me, this is not a looks thing. This is definitely I don't have a big old ARB bumper on the front of this that's going to help me, so I better make sure I can see what's going to happen. Looks a little odd. It definitely needs more off-road stuff, so that way it doesn't look like, it definitely needs more for it to look right. I don't know about the wheels. I don't like the gray and the silver. Probably do something with those. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these and show you a quick install. The switch. Is this guy. So this needs to be plugged in to a USB-C for it to work all the time. You can take it out because it has a battery. It's just a little AAA and it dies quick. So you don't want it there, not on the battery all the time, and it does tell you not to do that. So what I did, 3D printed this. I just did it with PLA, so that's why it's all like that, just to see how I wanted it. I 3D printed this that drops right in there, and what I'm probably going to do is revamp it to where this will just sit in there, and so it'll drop right in, and then this will just kind of sit like that. So I spent maybe about an hour editing the file that I had for the insert there in Blender, and this is the one I had in there already that's all warped, but I just kind of made it fit to see kind of how I wanted it. That's kind of just how it looks like there, and then turn them on. These sure do wiggle a lot. I don't know if they're supposed to wiggle that much, but it sure is a lot. Well, I hope you guys got something from this. I just kind of wanted to make a little mod video doing something on this thing. I don't know about that part though. Just oh, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. In the future, I know I got to get a roof rack on this thing. Yeah, nice rooftop tent. I definitely want to do a rooftop tent with this thing. Anyways, thank you guys. I really appreciate you watching.